Good morning, students. Students, you know that the chapter structure of atom is going on. The continuation of the chapter is like this. Previously, we have discussed many things on this chapter. So now, today we'll discuss the de Broglie's concept, Heisenberg uncertainty principle, etc. Student, just you are present here, and we are discussing the topic, the wave nature of the electron. My dear children, in 1925, Louis de Broglie published his theory, that is de Broglie's concept. So students, the questions will come on the de Broglie's concept. Which type question will come? That is numerical. Sometimes velocity you have to calculate, lambda value will be given, h value is constant, mass of the particle also will be given, then you can calculate lambda by substituting all the values of all the quantities. The wave nature of the electrons. Examples like this: determine the wavelength of an electron with mass this, having velocity 5.65 into 10 to the power 7 meter per second. So you have to find the wavelength. So wavelength lambda equal to h by mv, and h equal to 6.626 10 to the power minus 34 joule into second, and m equal to 9.11 10 to the power minus 31 kg, and v equal to 5.65 into 10 to the power 7 meter per second. It is given. By substituting all the values of all quantities, the value of lambda is 1.29 into 10 to the power minus 11 meter. So this is the numericals with the application of the de Broglie's equation, lambda equal to h by mv. My dear children, you write the question, and very important questions. This type question is coming frequently in the exam. So I hope everybody understood the de Broglie's concept, and you write the numericals and solve it. This type numericals you have to do. You have to practice more and more this type numericals, my dear children. So I hope you have done, you have understood. The quantum mechanical picture of the atom. Werner Heisenberg in 1927 developed the concept of the uncertainty principle. According to the principle, it is impossible to determine simultaneously both the position and the momentum of an electron or any other small particles. Detecting an electron requires the use of electromagnetic radiation, which displaces the electron. Electron microscope use this phenomenon. So what is the Heisenberg uncertainty principle? That it is impossible to determine simultaneously both the position and momentum of an electron. The questions will come on the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. State the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. So you have to write the statement like this. It is not possible to determine simultaneously both the position and the momentum of an electron or any other small particles with accuracy. So there is uncertainty in the value of the position or the momentum. Quantum mechanical model of the atoms. Students, I am telling you, already I have discussed in the class, light class, that is the uncertainty principle, del x into del p greater than equal to h by 4 pi, where del x is the uncertainty in the position and del p is the uncertainty in the momentum. But when we will do the numericals with the application of the Heisenberg uncertainty principles, you have to write del x into del p is equal to h by 4 pi, and where del p is equal to m into del v. Mass is not variable, but velocity may be variable. So in case of del p, we can write del m into del v, m into del v. The quantum mechanical model of the atom. quantum mechanical model replaced the Bohr's model of the atom. Bohr's model of the atom. Bohr's model depicted electrons as particles in circular orbits of fixed radius. Quantum mechanical model depicts electrons as wave spread through a region of space called an orbital. The energy of the orbital is quantized like the Bohr's model. This is very, very important things. Quantum mechanical, classical model and quantum mechanical model, students. So quantum mechanical model replaces the Bohr model of the atoms. This is very, very important things. Quantum mechanical model depicts electrons as wave spread through a region of space called an orbital. Students, you know what is orbit, what is orbital. Orbital is the three-dimensional space around the nucleus where the maximum probability of finding the electrons. So what is orbit? It is the circular path around the nucleus. And what is orbital? It is the three-dimensional space around the nucleus where the probability of finding the electron is maximum. Quantum mechanical model of the atom, diffraction of electrons shown in 1927. Electrons exhibit wave-like character. Wave behavior described using a wave function, the Schrödinger's wave equation, that is H psi equal to E psi. But students, most important is de Broglie's concept and Heisenberg uncertainty principle. De Broglie's concept and Heisenberg uncertainty principles, my dear children. Now students, most important things, quantum number. Quantum number. What is quantum number? Quantum number is the address of the electron. That is, what is the size, what is the energy of the orbit, shape of the orbital, orientation of the orbital, and the spin orientation. That is, four things about the electrons will be described by the quantum numbers. So let's start. The quantum numbers solution to the functions used to solve the wave equation. Quantum number used to name atomic orbitals. Vibrating string fixed at both ends can be used to illustrate a function of the wave equation. So ultimately the conclusion is, what is quantum number? Quantum number is the address of the electron. And we'll study about the four quantum numbers: principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, magnetic quantum number, and the spin quantum number. So my dear students, please tell me, what is quantum number? Yes, you are absolutely correct. Quantum number is the address of the electron, and it describes the size, energy, shape, orientation, and spin orientation of the electrons. So students, one by one we have to discuss. First of all, principal quantum number, it is described by n, and n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Secondary quantum number, that is L, azimuthal quantum number. And third quantum number is magnetic quantum number, and it is denoted by M. The principal quantum number n defines the cell in which a particular orbital is found. N must be a positive integer. N equal to 1 is the first cell, n equal to 2 is the second cell, and each cell has different energies. So what is principal quantum number? Principal quantum number is described by n, and it defines the cell in which a particular orbit. It defines the energy of the orbital. It defines the cell in which cell the electron is present. That is described by the principal quantum number, and it is described by the letter small n, and its value will be the positive integer, not negative integer or 0. So student, principal quantum number never will be 0 or negative integer. Its value must be positive integer. The secondary quantum number L, that is known as the azimuthal quantum number, and later this secondary quantum number L value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And students, one thing I am telling you, what is the value of L? L value from 0 to n minus 1. If n value is 4, the L value will be 0, 1, 2 and 3. If L value is 1, then L value is 0. So for n value 1, L value is 0. So this is the relation of the values between n and L. The energies of orbitals are specified completely using only the n and L quantum numbers. In magnetic fields, some emission lines split into 3, 5 or 7 components. You know, students, the p orbital, that is px, py and pz, p orbital capacity to hold the 6 electrons, because px orbital's capacity 2 electrons, py orbital's capacity 2 electrons and pz orbital capacity 2 electrons. So total 6 electrons present in the p orbital. Px, py, pz, that will be described by the magnetic quantum number, and s, p, d, f orbital will be described by the azimuthal quantum number, and k, l, m, n. This cell will be described by the principal quantum number. So principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number and magnetic quantum number, students. And fourth quantum number, so third quantum number, magnetic quantum number, just I told you, magnetic quantum number will describe the orientation of the orbitals along x, y or z direction. Now value of n1, then value for L is 0, value for M is 0, number of orbitals 1. When value of n equal to 2, so value of L will be 0 and 1. When the value of L is 0, then value of M is 0, so number of orbitals will be 1. So students, very interesting things. When the value of n is 2, so value of L will be 0 and 1. And when L value is 1, M value is, just to see, minus 1, 0, plus 1. So how many orbitals there? 3 orbitals. So students, in the second orbit, so how many total orbitals? That is 4, 2 into n squared, 2 into, and number of electrons present in orbit, that is 2 into n squared, and value of n equal to 2, so number of orbitals, that is 4. Value of n equal to 3, so L value 0, 1, 2, and when L equal to 0, M equal to 0, L equal to 1, M equal to minus 1, 0 and 1, and L equal to 2. So just to see, students, minus 2, 2 plus 2, that is minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2. So how many orbitals in this case? So 5. So in the third orbit, number of orbitals there, that is 5 plus 3 plus 1, that is total orbitals 9, that is 3 square equal to 9. And when 4, principal quantum number value is 4, value of L 0, 1, 2, 3, and when 0, M value 0, when 1, minus 1 to plus 1, when L value 2, M value minus 2 to plus 2, when L value 3, M value minus 3 to plus 3. So how many total orbitals when N value is 4? 7 plus 5, 12, 12 plus 4, 16. So n square. So number of orbitals present in the fourth orbital, that is total 16. Electron spin, the 3 quantum numbers leveling atomic orbital can be equally used to well define its energy, shape and its orientation. Principal quantum number define the energy. Azimuthal quantum number will define the shape of the orbital, and the magnetic quantum number will define the orientation of the orbital. A new quantum number was introduced called the electron spin quantum number, that is ms, and its value is plus half or minus half. It had its own axis. This had angular momentum and 2 orientations of spin. I described one day in the class, students. The spin quantum number plus half or minus half. When it will move clockwise direction, its value is plus half. When it moves along anti-clockwise direction, its value is minus half, students. So how many quantum number, students, my dear children? Total 4 quantum number. One is the principal quantum number, second is the azimuthal quantum number, third is the magnetic quantum number, and fourth is the spin quantum number. Again, I am repeating, students. Principal quantum number define the energy of the orbital, and azimuthal quantum number define the shape of the orbital, magnetic quantum number define the orientation of the orbital, and spin quantum number define the angular momentum. That is two orientation here, spin orientation plus half and minus half, and normally represented by two arrows in the upward direction and the downward direction, that these have the opposite spin. This is the spin quantum number. So summing of n defines the cell, and n subcell in the determines the shape of the orbitals, 2l plus 1 orbital of each type in the subcell. For a given value of L, M has the 2l plus 1 values. Ms refers to orientation of the spin of the electron, orientation of the spin of the electrons. So summing of n, principal quantum number, L, azimuthal quantum number, and ml, that is the magnetic quantum number, and ms denotes the spin quantum number. So these are the summing of the quantum numbers, and this is very, very important topic, my dear students. I hope everybody understood the quantum numbers, de Broglie's concept, Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Today up to this, students. Next day we will discuss the next thing, electronic configuration.